share with you the 8 steps that I took in order for me to go from part-time to full-time coach. When I first got started, I remember that I would hear coaches and mentors that would talk about you have to have a niche. And at first, I was so focused on I need to have a niche in order for me to be able to start as a coach that I would overthink things. And I was constantly thinking and thinking, okay, like what is my niche? Who should I serve? And I was for a very long time in analysis paralysis, just overthinking it. And I see this a lot in coaches that they overthink the niche so much that they end up not doing anything. And I know for myself personally, what I did was I finally just got started. I remember I got a coach that said, why don't you just get started by just coaching people in general? And then as you're doing it, then you start to find your niche, or your niche will find you. And I've also seen where there's coaches that have a website, they have 10,000 followers, they have their logo, they have their course, they have their lead magnet, but the one thing that they don't have is clients, and it's because they thought that if they built a website, they had a logo, they had a lead magnet, that the clients would come to them. And that's not how it works. For me, what I had to do was I just had to start announcing and letting people know that I was a coach. And that's what I encourage you to do is when you get started without really knowing what person you're going to serve. But if you do know the person you're going to serve, that's great. But a lot of times people don't know who they're going to serve. So I would just recommend just getting started and first getting started by serving people that you already know. Maybe people that are your family, your friends, your colleagues, people that would be willing to help you. And the way that I did it was I asked people, hey, I'm getting started with this new life coaching business. I have to get my feet wet. I need to learn how to do this and I need some help. I need some practice. Would you be willing to help me do this? And when you ask people for help, they will help you. They will be willing to assist you in this new journey that you're on. Especially since you're just getting started, people are going to be more open to helping you. So I would recommend just first getting started with family, friends, your inner circle, colleagues, and then just coaching people. And what happened with this for me was I first started coaching these people. Some of these people really enjoyed the way that I was coaching. I gotta admit, there was a one person that didn't really like it. It didn't go so well, but that's gonna happen. But it was just practice. I was practicing. But other people did like it. And what I did was I told them, hey, I'm gonna give you a couple of sessions for free. And then all I would want is your feedback, what you thought about it. And then also, if you really enjoyed it, a testimonial from you that I could use on my social media so people can get to know me and how I'm helping other people. And then also, if you really enjoyed it and if you know of anybody that could use this, refer me to them. And I have a way that people can connect me with the people that they feel that I could serve. And that's how I got started with my coaching business was I just started coaching, started getting testimonials. And some of these people later on in the years, they would even reach out and say, hey, remember you did that coaching for me? I was wondering if you're still doing it. I would really like to get some coaching. And this time, well, I was charging them. And then the people that they referred me, I was charging them because they're not my friends, they're not my colleagues. They're just a third party that somebody else referred them to me. And now I'm going to charge them. So that's the thing. When people refer you to somebody, refer somebody to you, you can start charging those people. And that's how you can start making money as a coach. And that's just how simple it is if you really think about it. And that's how I like what I like to do with my clients that I'm helping with coaching is helping them to make sure that they do the most simplest actions for them to get clients. But now this does it sounds simple, but it's not easy. And this is where I want to take you to my next my next tip when it comes to becoming a full-time coach is hire a coach, hire somebody that is doing what you want to be doing. So this will help you to kind of have a shortcut on how to get to you becoming a full-time coach as well. And then a coach also, what they do is they help you with accountability. They make sure that you're taking action, that if you're staying stuck, that they push you to make sure that you're going and taking action towards your greatness. And then another thing that a coach does is that they also kind of like let you borrow their beliefs. I know for me, that's what happened with my coach was I felt like I borrowed his belief in myself to believe that it was possible that I could do it. And then the coaches, what they help you with is just limiting beliefs, things that might be stopping you. I know when I got into coaching, some of the things that would stop me was I would tell myself, oh, I can't do it. It's too hard. And that coach helped me because they were doing it. So why couldn't I do it? And it made me see the story that I was telling myself as to why I was holding myself back. And then I would have the fear of loss. Like, what if I do this? And what if I do end up going full time? And if it doesn't work out, or what if I lose my insurance, or what if I lose my 401k? All of these limiting beliefs that would stop me from taking action. And it would cause me to sabotage myself. But then having a coach helped me to overcome that self sabotage and to make sure that I was constantly taking action. So, do you have a coach? Do you have somebody that already has the map on how to get to becoming a full time coach? And if you don't, you're going to be just like me, where I was running into the wall constantly, the same thing, just trying to do it by myself and never being able to get anywhere. I was actually losing money and time, which is the most valuable thing in the world that we have. And it was because I just didn't know what I didn't know. And when you don't know what you don't know, that will be a big problem because you don't you're not taking action. And again, when you don't take action, that leads to you getting little results to no results, and that leads to you having this attitude of not believing in yourself. And when you don't believe in yourself, you tap into little potential to no potential, which leads to little action to no action. And then that leads to little results to no results. And then again, it's like, oh, I knew I couldn't do it. I knew that that wasn't going to work out. And that's why it's really important that you have somebody that can help you reframe your mindset, because once you start reframing your mindset and start believing that you are a coach, it's going to be a lot easier for you to be able to coach people, and to ask people for like for you to coach them and to help them out. And so once you have your coach, you have your mindset ready, you have you're coaching people, you're connecting with people, and now that you do have some experience with coaching, now you're going to get an idea of who that ideal client is and who you can serve the most and the best. And so these three questions I want to share with you that can help you to get the clients that you desire. Because as you're coaching, you're going to start to see who you enjoy coaching. And the first question is, who is the person that I absolutely love to work with? Who is the person that really fires me up, that really motivates me after I coach them? And then the next question is, who is the person that you can help out the most? And then the final question is, who is the person that can pay me the most? Because sometimes what happens is people try to go after people or help people who don't have the funds or don't have the money to pay you. So if you're just coaching people and you're not getting paid for it, then you just have a hobby and you don't have a real business. And that's where people get caught up in the the business side of things, is they feel like I want to serve everybody. And I don't care if I get paid or not. I just want to serve people. I get it. But if you want to go full time and you're just helping people for free, you're not going to be able to do it because you're not making money. So it's really important that you ask yourself these three questions to make sure that you get clear on exactly who it is that you enjoy working with, the person you can help out the most, and then the person that can pay you the most money. Okay. And once you have that, you also have to, the next thing that I want to share with you is that identity piece, changing your identity as just a worker or just a person that works for somebody. You have to change your identity and believe that you are a coach. And the more that you're taking action towards you serving people and helping other people out, the easier it's going to be for you to believe in yourself. And really, ultimately, what it comes down to is self belief. Believing in yourself, knowing that it is possible, knowing that you can do it. And it all comes down to who you are. Like, who am I? Am I a person that can do it? Am I an imposter? If you believe you're an imposter, again, it goes back to the limiting beliefs, then you're not going to be able to do it. And that's why it's important that, again, going back to the coach, that you talk about these mindset and these mindset shifts that you have to make. You have to really just change these things that are causing this feeling of imposter syndrome or having money blocks. It's really essential that you overcome this challenge, because you becoming a full-time coach, you have to change your identity. And it's not just for like the money that you're going to make. It's about like you and who you're becoming, and people seeing you show up as a different person, not the person that they're used to, but the person that you are today. And for you, it's really important that you constantly are working on changing your identity, making sure that you believe in yourself and that you do believe that you are a coach. And then it's really important that you also create a system. Like, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but it's more like making sure that you have a system down where you have people that you're connecting with on a weekly basis, where you're filling up what is called your CRM, client relationship manager, where you're keeping track of the people you're connecting with. You're keeping track of the people that you are inviting to a free consultation, that you're keeping track of the amount of people that you are having sales conversations with. And then keeping track of the people that are saying yes and the people that are saying no. When you keep track of all of this, then you're going to see what's working and what's not working. And then you will know what to do more of, which is the things that are working. So for you, it's really important that you have the your calendar set, that you have your follow-up system set. And that's something that I can help you with. That would take like another video to make, like to talk about like the follow-up system and how to connect with people, how to connect with potential clients. But you have to have a system where you do follow up with people, where you are connecting with people, that you are sending those messages, those DMs, that you are creating content, which is part of your marketing, that you are making sure that you're doing the things that will attract people. And that in regards to content, that's what leads me to my next thing is creating content, creating content that shows your visibility and making sure that people are seeing you, whether it's like making a Facebook Live, Instagram post, or YouTube videos, and then talk about how people, can help you, yeah, how you can help people with your coaching. I know for me, at times I would post a video, like I'll give you an example. I posted a video where I was talking about how to overcome not caring about what people think or say about you. And I remember a person that had never commented, had never liked any of my videos, sent me a direct DM and said, that video really resonated with me. I know you do coaching. How can we work together? And then we had a consultation, and she was already sold. She told me she had been watching my videos for a year, never liked, never commented, but that she was already sold with what I had to offer. And then I started coaching her. And that's the power of you sharing content and information online that will help you help other people before you even work with them. Give value before you even work with people. And when you give value before you even work with people, once they get on the consultation, they're already sold. And I was reading something that said that people, they have to have 11 touches, like connect with you about 11 times, and then talk to you for about 7 hours, which it could be content. You don't have to do it in person. And in different 4 different platforms. It could be at networking events, it could be on Facebook, it could be on an article, any type of platform that they can see you. But if they see you 11 times, yeah, they could it could be on social media. They don't have to see you in person. And they listen to your content or they talk to you for 7 hours and then on 4 different platforms, then that person will most likely be ready to buy from you. And that's why it's important that you are making those connections and those genuine connections with people, because nowadays there's so much stuff out there that people are already like really just cautious of who they're working with. So making sure that you are giving value and that you're giving information that can help that person. And again, making those touches with them to make sure that they are connecting with you and connecting with your message. And then also so that they can see that you are the person that they're looking for, that you are the person that can help them in regards to their journey of personal growth. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you about is like when you are going to go from part time to full time, making sure that you do have kind of like a exit strategy. For me, I know that I had maybe about 2 or 3 months saved up of of enough money like for to cover 2 to 3 months of my expenses. And I wouldn't really recommend 2 to 3 months. I would say more like maybe 3 to 6 months of expenses. And but for me, I was just so desperate to get out of my job, the job that I was doing, that I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a chance. Worst thing that could happen is that I will go back to a job that I hate, and that's okay. So I was willing to take the chance, and I had, like I said, I had about 2 3 months expenses saved up, and thankfully I haven't looked back. I did take the leap, but because I did take the leap, that led to a lot of more amazing experiences where I met a lot more amazing people. I also was doing more things that I couldn't do had I had a full-time job. I was writing books, I was getting into radio, into podcasting, but that was because I went full time as a coach. And because of that, it led me to get these opportunities. But had I not taken a chance, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. Honestly, I wouldn't be meeting the people that I'm meeting today. I just wouldn't be where I'm at. And I'm so grateful for me to be able to be doing something that I absolutely love. And if what you're doing doesn't, try like have a fire under you, like where you're really happy. Maybe you're a person I used to be on the phone calls all day. Maybe you're doing paperwork all day, and it's just you're bored, and sometimes you lie to yourself. You're like, oh, well, I like my job, or I really enjoy my job, and you're really just lying to yourself. You're just trying to convince yourself that you like what you do, when in reality you don't. And if you lie to yourself more, it's actually going to cause more suffering because you're going to continue to do something that you don't want to do. And it's a sad way to live. It's a life of regrets. I know for me, at one point I had resigned. I said, okay, I'm just going to be doing call center jobs for the rest of my life, and that was just a really sad spot to be in. So for you, I would recommend, hey, having 3 to 6 months of expenses based on the coaching that you're doing, saved up, and then maybe if you want to take a chance on yourself, leave your job. But that's what I would recommend. And you don't have to do this. Like this is just tips that I'm giving you. This is just advice, but it's not. I would definitely consult with your family or people in your life to make sure that this is what you want to do. So don't take my word for it, but I'm just telling you what I did. And the final thing that I want to share with you is when you're a full-time coach, like making sure that you're treating it as a business, making sure that you're measuring, that you're tracking, that you're constantly improving, and making sure that you're staying consistent and not aiming for perfection, because perfection is what really kills a lot of dreams. And it's really important that you don't stay stuck in just trying to get everything perfect. It's never going to be perfect. But by you taking action, the perfect situations are going to start to show up, the perfect people are going to start to show up, and there's going to be challenges along the way. It's not going to be easy, but as you're doing it, the more and more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. Before you know it, you're going to be like, wow, this is actually like something that I always dreamed of, and I'm doing it. And then for me, I know this has been something like a blessing because I'm able to do things like I'm doing right now. Before I'd be at a job right now, I'd be working from 6 to 2, and I wouldn't be able to make these types of videos, or I wouldn't be able to like finish a call and then finish coaching somebody and then go with my family. I wouldn't be able to take a day off that I wanted to take off because my son wanted to go play basketball, or they wanted to go to the park, or they wanted to go on a trip. I wouldn't be able to do that had I not done this, because I would have to be working for somebody in a physical space. And this is the cool thing about coaching as well. Let's say you do travel, you can do your coachings on Zoom. You can do your coachings on phone call. I've done that before, where I traveled and I made it where I was working with somebody and I made a phone call, and it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna maybe complain about that. I have to be on a coaching session during my vacation. It happens sometimes. It's happened to me probably like twice. Now I'm planning a little bit better. Before, when I first got started, I just didn't care. I was like, man, I'll coach you. I'll be on vacation. I'll coach you. But now I'm definitely setting boundaries with myself, with my clients, to make sure that I am giving the time to my family when I am on vacation. So if you are the type of person that is looking to go from part-time to full-time coach, I can show you the way. I'm doing it. I've done it before. I do have the map, like I mentioned earlier. And if you are the type of person that wants to do that, send me a message and I can definitely help you with that. I can give you a free consultation so I can show you exactly how I can help you. You can also send me a DM on Facebook, Andres Ruiz, or you can send me an email at ibelievecal@gmail.com, or you can even text me 520-392-9179, and I'd be more than happy to help you. And if you want to watch more videos like this here on YouTube, please subscribe and give it a like, so that way this can get out to more people. And if you know of somebody that could use this video, please send it to them. And if you know that they can benefit from it, send them this information, and that way they can learn how to go from part-time to full-time coach. Have a wonderful day.